I'm going to show you how to bake lobster tail. I used to broil them, but there's this really short window of time when they get done, and it's hard to pinpoint that. And it's really easy to overcook them with broiling. So this is the baking method. Start off by preheating the oven to 375. And then we have a baking sheet pan covered in foil. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil. If you have a spray oil, that would work. I don't have a spray. And just put a little bit of oil on the pan and spread it. Okay, now we'll get to the lobster. I'm only going to prepare the one lobster tail today so that you can see what I'm doing. So I already rinsed this one off. It's already thawed. And I'm going to use kitchen shears. I don't know what I did before kitchen shears. And I'm going to cut the top shell, but not all the way through to the tail, just almost. All right? And then what I want to do is use a small sharp knife to separate as much of the meat from the shell as possible. My little dog is at my feet because she knows there's something very interesting going on here. Okay. So I'm going to cut down as much as possible. And I'm just putting the knife in here and trying to cut as close to the shell as I can. And I'm actually going to turn on another light. Oh, those lights are out. Okay. Turn this one around so that I can see it this way and get as much of that meat away from the shell as possible. I saw another video of somebody doing this, but she turned the camera off while she was doing this because she didn't have a tripod, so it was hard to see exactly how to do it. So then the thing is, what you want to do is pull the meat, some of these little pieces, above so that it's exposed. Some of the shell is coming off. You can even use your fingers if getting the knife in there wasn't enough. Yes, little doggy, there's something very interesting going on here. And I'm getting little pieces, so I'm going to take those out, little pieces of shell. So now what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a cut here, and then I'm going to put it on the pan. I'm going to move this. Put it on the pan, and I'm going to pour some melted butter on it. I'm going to get rid of this. I've already melted about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to pour it on here. I probably don't need that much. I can use more for later. And then I'm going to put on a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, not much. It's just a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some paprika. So paprika. And now it's ready to go in the oven, but I'm still waiting for the oven to preheat. Now that the oven's preheated, I put the lobster in the oven in the middle rack, and I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes but I'm actually going to check it in 20 minutes and then check it again in 25, because I'm looking for the lobster to no longer have that translucent look, but to have more of an opaque look to the meat. Well, it's been 20 minutes, but it's getting close. I actually want to put a fork in it and check it. Whoops, sorry, which isn't a bad idea. So again, the idea is that it gets done. I think it needs at least another 5 minutes. All right, the lobster tail is done. This was easier, a little longer, but easier than broiling because, like I said earlier, broiling there's just a really short window of time. So try this and see how you like it. You could put a little bit of lemon juice on top of the lobster tail and then have some melted butter on the side for dipping.